Now let us turn to the ever-vexed question of social media. We are suggesting this morning on the programme that the government seems to be close to banning social media for the under-16s. Wes Streeting, the Health Secretary, seems to be interested, has been talking about it recently. We'll be talking to him later. At the weekend, of course, Kemi Badenoch, Conservative leader, saying she was in favour. Andy Burnham as well, the Labour Mayor of Greater Manchester, saying there should be greater cross-party consensus around what he called bolder action. And Nigel Farage and Ed Davey both have said positive things about it too. Let us talk to Fleur Anderson, the Labour MP for Putney, who is a supporter of a ban and is here in the studio. Morning to you.
Morning. Thank you very much for having me.
Well, thank you for coming in.
You're right.
What is the reason that you specifically want the ban to happen?
I think it's the increasing evidence of the impact on young people that we see. I see this on my constituents. Teachers tell me this, parents tell me this, and we're seeing this in the evidence as well. It's that impact on mental health. It's on sleep disorders. It's scrolling through the night, the impact it's having on that, depression, and that access to content which is harmful, violent content, pornographic content. A quarter of children have seen pornography by the age of 11. And so we thought this was a safe space. I kind of thought social media was a benign area where young people can talk to each other and that parents can control. And I think we've seen that the social media platforms themselves haven't done enough to stop that addictive behaviour. And it's the scrolling in the end. It's the ability in social media. You don't just go there, you look at the content, or you go there and you talk to your friends. You go and through social media, you get pushed this content on you and you scroll and you scroll. And that is what we're seeing is the impact that it's having on our young people.
And when it comes to the practicality of it, is the Australian model the one that we should follow in your view?
I am really glad that we can look at what's happening in Australia and learn from it. So they haven't banned all social media, actually. They've chosen 9 platforms to ban, and they're going to be looking at that and reviewing it and updating it. And we can see, has it had the impact? Are there lots of loopholes that people have got around? We should look at what's happened there. But I think Australia's leading. We are definitely looking at this and looking to follow on it. But many other countries are doing this as well, and we should all learn from each other.
Because the obvious loophole is a VPN, isn't it, that lots of people have and lots of children will have access to, where you just essentially pretend to be in a different country, which is very easy to do. And the criticisms, I suppose, of what's going on in Australia is that actually children who are pretty savvy about this stuff will just get around it.
And it's exactly that, looking at the loopholes. Also, the other get around is that your parents can give you their access to their social media as well. And that
or you can pretend to be older than you are in the photo.
So age verification needs to be strengthened, and it has been through the Online Safety Act. I think we're just seeing a progressive ratcheting up in response to the increase in understanding the harms. And government has got to follow that. So I think we can't say, oh, it's impossible to do. It really is possible to do. And it's possible to make the social media platforms more responsible for this than currently. It's all left up to parents, and we can't keep up with it. I really worry about, my children are a bit older now, but I really did worry about what they had access to. And so it's putting the onus on them, really.
Does the experience of what's happened in the last few days over Grok and sexualised images and Elon Musk seems to have climbed down, which our technology editor was saying when she woke up and talked to us this morning was the first time she'd ever. The thing that really surprised me, she couldn't think of another occasion where Elon Musk has stood down in the face of outrage from people. Should that give the government more spine in this, do you think? Because there is a balance, isn't there, between doing these things and actually really annoying the social media companies and thus Donald Trump.
I think the social media companies have not been responsible in this area, and that's why it needs state action. It needs much more stronger action by many countries together, rather than leaving this up to parents. So we can see, yes, when we all stand together and when there's a serious question, it's made all those media platforms, the Australia ban has made all of those platforms that are named look at their own policies and look at how they can make a change.
So what now do you want the government to do?
So I'm really glad. I talked to the Prime Minister about this on Monday, and I said, what action are we going to take? And I was really glad about his answer, because it's about joined up. This is not just health. It's not just the Department for Science and Technology. It's not just education. All of those areas, they need to look into this, look at the impact and look at what can be done. And I think we need to continue to have the discussion that we are having in Parliament about this.
I think a lot of parents might say, continued discussion. We've sort of had the discussion. We know what the problems are, they would say. Let's do something. When would you like to see action happen? An actual bill coming to the House?
As soon as possible. I think we now know the.
But when is as soon as possible, I suppose, is the question.
Well, yeah, I've worked in Parliament enough to know that it's hard to bring in a ban it's hard to bring in legislation straight away. So I think we should bring it in as soon as we can. It's hard to say more than that. But I also think we should immediately be looking, as we are, at what is happening in Australia. We're 1 month into that ban, so it's quite early to say. But I don't think we should wait for ages to find out what happened. I think we should really move on this.
Fleur Anderson MP, thank you very much.